What's up, all you fight people out there? Before I get started, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll wait. Got a lot of time there. Can't check my watch, but I'll wait. Jeopardy music playing. Anyway, never mind all that. Did you guys see Jake Paul check Dana White online? It was powerful. He was kind of saying what I said in the video a little while back, that, Dana White doesn't pay his fighters like he should. He said in one fight, he's made more than everybody in the UFC. I think he said for maybe 2 or 3 fighters. I think he meant Connor and somebody else. I don't know, but he let Dana have it, and Dana White was dissing Triller and saying there's no way that they made the money they claim to make. He said there's just no way. Now, I'm pretty sure Dana White didn't look into it, but he's been doing this long enough to kind of know what's exaggerated and what's the truth. And he's not buying it. They sold that many pay-per-views, and I kind of think he's right about that. I don't think they sold that many either, but I do believe that Jake Paul got paid more than the UFC fighters because, like I said in my other video about John Jones, he was talking about that some of the UFC fighters are living, in the gym or can't afford an apartment. That's ridiculous. Any fighter at the professional level should be living better than the promoter. They're doing the hard work. You're just getting the fights together and marketing it. Give the fighters their money. Don't be the Caucasian Don King. Well, I can't even call you that because Don King would at least pay his fighters. No matter what people say he took this or that, they still got tons of money, even if he took some. So I like Don King. He used to get me hyped the way he'd throw out his big words and stuff. And he's just a real interesting guy. So not trying to diss Don King, but I'm saying the public will look at you, Dana, like the Caucasian version of Don King if you don't start paying your fighters what they're worth. And somebody's going to come along and start a mixed martial arts league where the fighters get what they deserve. I'm hoping John Jones is still around when that happens. I hear Floyd, I think, owns part of the UFC, but he could veer off and start his own thing, and give these fighters what they're worth. But Jake Paul let him have it, and Jake Paul's a tough guy. I don't like the way he came at Dana White. A lot of youngsters these days think they can go at the OGs talking crazy. And, people from my generation don't respect that. We're going to get up in your face and see if you got that same energy. So Dana White said something like, Daniel Cormier said something like when he saw Jake Paul, he's going to slap him. So UFC was at 261 or whatever, 262. I get mixed up. They need to start back at 1 because when they first started, UFC is nothing like what it is now. Anyway, Daniel Cormier got in his face. The crowd was yelling crazy stuff at Jake Paul. You can go back and watch it, but Daniel Cormier got in his face, put his hands up, and Daniel said, he was kind of fine till his bodyguard stepped in, and then he's, feeling bold. He said he had his hands in his pockets or something like that. And Daniel Cormier said he was, sitting with Joe Rogan. He's like, can I have 2 minutes? And they're like, nah, man. He's like, 2 minutes. I got to go over here. He saw that Jake Paul was back there, so he went over there. And Daniel will rough Jake Paul up. This ain't no Ben Askren, He was calling Daniel Cormier all kind of names online. It's dudes from the younger generation don't know how to trash talk. They like to get personal, hit below the belt. His crew, Jalen, was talking crazy to Tyron Woodley. And Woodley's like, dude, I'll fight him, And he's like, I was fighting in the street before UFC. Check my resume. So these dudes are not Ben Askren, You might look at them as like UFC guys that know how to wrestle and stuff, but they'll knock Jake Paul out pretty fast. Daniel Cormier has hands. Tyron Woodley has hands. And you can't say, well, Tyron's lost 4 of his last fights. Don't matter. He still handled Jake Paul rather easily. If you're going to talk trash, do it like, Muhammad Ali. He would do it in a classy way. It wasn't personal. These dudes always get crazy. Jay Leon was even talking about John Jones negatively, acting like he could beat John Jones. I'm like, dude, I've seen you fight, dude, or highlights in it. I wasn't impressed at all, dude. Like, who are you, man? Jay Leon Love? Man, stop. Show these dudes some respect. Show the OGs some respect. Stop talking like some tough guy, and then when dudes get in your face, you back down until your bodyguards come around. That's weak. Weak. Anybody from my generation, if we see you, you talking crazy, we see you in person, we're going to be like, yo, what's up, man? What's up? That's just, fighter's mentality. So, I think Tyron Woodley is going to actually get the fight with Jake Paul because Daniel Cormier said, I've been champion. You don't punch down, like that's going backwards. So I don't think Daniel Cormier is coming back. He was just letting Jake Paul know, like, you will get these hands if you keep running your mouth. But Tyron Woodley, if he can get out of his UFC contract, I think they're going to fight, and I'll watch it. I think it'll end in a round. But Tyron Woodley and Daniel Cormier, not the dudes you want to mess with, Jake. Anyway, it's the J. Roos Theory. Like I said, subscribe, comment, share, like, be fearless, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Yay, yay.